No matter what game you're role playing, a lot of the social norms are supposed to properly reflect of modern reality. That way, interactions feel natural. The role playing feels better. So, a good example would be, let's say, I tell you your mom died. Your reaction should be, yeah, and then you go and get some ice cream. No, you're probably gonna be sad unless you really hate your mom. But you're probably gonna be sad. And the thing is, that's what makes role playing work. Is if the reactions from your actions reflect in a real worldly way. And that works with everything, including the NPCs. Now, if you read the title to this video, what's this about? Lying to your players. You see, NPCs have their own goals and missions, and not everybody is gonna spill their guts on everything. And the reason why I bring this up is because I see this happen all the time. The players ask, an NPC something, and the NPC knows the deep lore and all this stuff, and I'm thinking the whole time, bro, you're a farmer. You've been out in the field for years at a time. You just farm, and then a guy comes by, you know, he takes your crops and sells them in town. Like that's their life cycle. Like that's what you do. Why would you know the inner workings of the castle? Why would you know about, have them be dumb, but also have them lie to you. Let's take this for an example. Let's say, you go to the town mayor, all right, and the mayor tells you, and you're asking, hey, why are the farmlands dying? And he could tell you, oh man, we don't know. We think the farmlands are dying because I think something has poisoned the soil. And we're not sure what that is. We think it's probably the water supply. And so your players are going on a wild goose chase. Where's the water supply going? What's poisoning the water? And they test the water. The water's fine. And they go through this whole mystery. And all because this whole intrigue, which is a key word, is intrigue, came from the lie that the mayor made. The mayor knows dang well it's not the water, but something is sucking the life out of the ground, out of the earth, and it's feeding something bigger. And that serves its purpose. And so that works way better when he doesn't just tell you everything. It also gives you an opportunity to skirt the line and reveal something later as well. You see, once again, in real life, people aren't going to always tell you the truth. Now, the question comes when it comes to like insight or some sort of other lie detection skill. And how do you approach that in a game? Because as soon as you tell someone something, say, hey, check to see if they're lying. Well, your players are going to assume they're lying, and the illusion's kind of broken. But there's something amazing you can do. So a lot of people have DM screens. You don't have to get a fancy one. Sometimes you just get a folder. I used to literally have two like school folders, those paper ones, and put them side by side and make like a little, that's what I made my screen. And you roll behind it. You roll for them. Do they detect it? No. And there's a lot of benefits to rolling other stats behind the screen so your players can't tell. But we're talking about lying. Or sometimes you don't want them to detect the lie at all. Sometimes it's best if the player figures it out more than their character does. If that makes sense. Sometimes it's fun for the players to put the pieces together and to figure out the whole plot of the puzzle. I mean, every mystery game doesn't work as if your character just constantly rolls, oh, I'm learning puzzles and picking up clues. Like, that's not good. It is often best for your players to come up with the answer by themselves, and that's what makes it fun. And it works with every game. Sometimes just lie to them. Let them figure out the lie, sort through the mess. And that's how you make a good story. By having realistic, kind of pliable characters. People's morals can flex. Nobody thinks lying's good, but you know what? People lie because they feel they need to. It's funny when you have a player just straight look at the DM and say, "Oh, I need you to give me a discount on this potion because my son is sick and dying," and and as a DM, like, they're full of it, but at the same time, you're like, this is really fun. It is really fun because we all know what's going on. So you get your, yeah, he sees right through your nonsense. Encourage people to act more realistically, act more as themselves. It's okay to lie a little bit. It's okay. I mean, it's a game. It's not harming anybody. You don't have. There's no like God's not gonna come down and smite you because your character lied in Dungeons and Dragons, or your character wasn't completely honest in Pathfinder, or even like your character didn't tell the whole truth in Cyberpunk Red. Like they're not. No one. That's the idea. The idea is to accomplish a goal, and accomplish a goal. Sometimes you need to do things that aren't quite not as good. Even paladins can do this. A paladin can, whatever needs to be done, needs to be done. And there are very few paladins, like really in the book and stuff. You can lie as a paladin. I don't know why people have to act like they're so straight, have to be bold, and have to be this one way every time. It never specifies that. I think people don't understand the difference between like an oath and a lifestyle. The oath says don't slay the innocent. It doesn't say you can't be an asshole. It doesn't say you can't, steal things. It doesn't say you can't, try to bust down doors or be violent. It just says don't harm the innocent. And sometimes you can be a little flexible with that. Sometimes your paladin can ask themselves, because the only reason why they break the oath is because they tell themselves they break the oath. Really, for being completely honest here. Like, I don't think Bahamut's gonna be like, oh, you told Timmy there was a tooth fairy. No powers for you. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's not. It's serious. You have to really seriously break it in order to break the oath. Unless our DM is really petty, and you want to be petty, but nobody wants to be petty. It's okay to lie, and please do. I'm so sick of playing these games, and where everyone's a Mary Sue, and nobody will ever lie to you. The villain will straight up tell you his entire plan. For once, I like to see a villain. You're talking to him like, "What is your plan?" As you're captured up and everything. And he lies to you. And a good DM, a really good story would be, oh, my plan is simple. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to have my men come down here and they're going to kill you. So I'll just tell you my plan. I plan on going to the 3 ruins, collecting the pieces of the key needed, where I can open the vaults to take out the weapon I can use to destroy and hold the world hostage. Oh, yeah, these ruins. Oh, the ones in the desert, the forest, and the lake. And that's where I find the pieces. But it won't matter because you're going to die anyway. And he leaves. And so a good DM can have the players, oh God, they break out and they run out and they come up with a plan. We need to get these artifacts before he does, and we can use a weapon against him. Little do they know, the whole thing was a lie. The key pieces are real, but it doesn't unlock a legendary weapon or some sort of doomsday device. It's a trap. It's a trap that maybe it will eat their souls. Yeah, it eats their souls so he can use it to empower himself. The whole thing is a lie. And that's a twist. You go on this grand adventure for your players to be played as his chumps. And when they ask the question, they feel a little cheated. Like, wait, but why would he tell us his plan? Because he's the villain. Why would he spend the time telling you his plan? In his eyes, you're just some guys who just broke into his fortress. You might as well be some punk kids. He has no reason to give you his real plan. That's stupid. His real plan has nothing to do with the keys. That's just a little fun thing on the side. His real plan was build up his forces of the underworld, get the dead rising up, very much like in Lord of the Rings, and conquer his enemies. But you're too busy following, a false lead. Was the legend true? Sure. But then you can have many things happen with it. You can have them try to use the soul sucking machine to try to find a way to combat the villain. And as I stated before, this is what makes a game exciting and interesting. If the villain tells you everything's going to happen, if the players always know the exact thing that needs to happen every time, then the game becomes kind of boring. It becomes predictable. It doesn't really have the excitement when you always know the exact thing that's supposed to happen every time. Throw in some twists. Now, we get to a point, though, when this has happened to me, where the DM omits so much information and lies so often that that's all he does. So the entire game, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm demotivated because every single lead has been false. I don't know who I am, what I'm doing, and I've had an adventure like that. And the thing is, his excuse was it's the Feywild. And the Feywild it's cool and all, but the problem here is we didn't know what our mission was, who the good guys were, and we didn't know where to go. We just kind of went wherever the DM kind of pushed us. It never really felt like we had any choice or really valid impact on this world. So when you lie, you can't do it all the time. It has to be a meaningful lie, and it needs to be a reason to exist. If you do it just for the sake of doing it, and if you don't ever expend any real world building or any plot critical knowledge ever, then the whole campaign falls flat and everybody loses interest. Because at that point, it feels there's no plot, there's no story. Like if that was me, and you too, I guarantee you, if you're in a situation trying to accomplish a goal, but you don't know what the goal is, you don't know who's involved, you don't know what to do, and after like months and weeks of traveling or doing whatever you need to do, and you still don't know, you're gonna ask yourself, what am I doing here? You got anything to add, Zoe? It smells like me. It smells like my breath, and she likes to smell my breath, I guess. She's like, it smells like you. Yeah, you rub up on my nasty ass microphone. Yeah. All right, get out of here. She's like ducking on the camera too. That's what are you doing? Your butt's still up. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. So that is me talking about lying to your characters and how it can really help a story, how it can make the world feel more real, and how it can really help your story and your situation more interesting. Players, don't be afraid to lie too. Lie to your DM. Now, you can't make a lie where, your DM doesn't know what's true, and you can't go flinging it later. Oh, DM, I actually had a secret item the whole time, you didn't know about it. No, like, your DM needs to know you're lying. But when you're lying to an NPC, it gets really fun. Especially if you get these NPCs like in a whole town or something to believe your nonsense. Imagine you're like a rogue, and you tell people, oh yeah, I had this fantastic thing where I went into a dungeon and I slayed 13 mimics and by myself, and like, whoa, really? Yeah, I got this treasure and I donated it to the museum on the other side of the world, and I'm world famous. Oh man, whatever you guys need, let me know. I can snatch it for you. I'm one of the greatest thieves of all time. I'm a hero, and people are like, oh, this guy's really cool. And so every time we go back to this town, everyone, would you stop? Would you stop? And every time we go back to this town, everybody is like stoked to see, oh my god, it's a great Bubby, the great hero of the land of Bubbatha. And everyone's like, yeah, you get discounts, and everyone just thinks you're a celebrity, and you completely lied. And it's fun. It's fun. There's a lot of great scenarios you can get by lying to your DM. Once again, make sure the DM knows it's a lie. Make sure it's not like, oh, my character's secretly doing this, because when you fling it under DM, he's gonna look around like at his notes like, when did you pick up dynamite? When did that ever happen? That never happened. Like, no, you weren't paying attention. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's seeing your butt, Zoe. You know what? I'm not gonna let you down here next time. Next time I make a video, you're not allowed to be down here. You just keep getting away. I know you want attention, but you keep distracting me. All right, you know what? That's gonna do it for this video. My cat can't stand the fact that I am talking to you and I'm not giving her enough attention. So I'll get back to you guys later, and keep what I said in mind. I'll see ya.